All right, so I remembered to turn the air conditioner off this time, so maybe I won't have to voice over. But all right, so I got this board up on here, and I had to cut the two boards for the end to make up the difference. And I did put an extra cross member in right here, along with this one, because I had to cut these two boards so they'll be able to straddle that. I cut this. We got that in. We should be good to go. So, to mock it all up now, let's see exactly what this looks like. We put this here. I'm going to have to notch out a piece of that foam for this turnout switch. But, all in all, I do have to figure out, I got to leave enough space to put something down in there to cover up this side that you can see. I'll show you that later. Because where the bridges are, they do stick out a little bit, so we don't want it completely up against there. Gonna have to do something with that. And then, of course, we've got our turns that are gonna happen here. Yeah, so that's where our 4 inches is. I hope this turns out good. This outer board, again, this is for, it's basically just going to be for passenger cars, the passenger train to sit. Kind of like its own siding, so to speak. So, yeah. I guess I need to fasten these first strips down and get ready to glue. So, I'm going to glue it. Anybody has any suggestions, let me know. So let me get this stuff fastened down, and then I got to figure out how far this has to be over. But yeah, we'll figure that out. All right, so I took and I drilled some pilot holes, and I just used some regular screws. Drilled the pilot hole through the first strip because I knew it was going to split it, so I didn't want that. These are fastened. These are all fastened. They're right where they need to go. It is now finally time to put the foam inclines down. This is the part I've been waiting for a long time. I know where my starting point is. I am not going to fasten down that starter yet, but I'm going to start fastening the rest of them down. Yeah. Get the little shavings off there. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this. Now I got to find my glue. Been just waiting a long time, because I wasn't sure if this is something I wanted to do, this part of it, and what side it needed to be on, and could people see it for real, and whatever. Alright. Oh, thank God. Alright. So here we go. We're going to glue this stuff down. There we go. It's not coming out very well. What the heck? We'll put that there for right now. Alright. I do need more than that. There we go. There we go. It must have had a glitch. So I'm going to go all the way up to here for right now and just do that. Alright, so we got our second piece. We're going to put it right here. Now, what I do is probably not the way that a lot of people do it. I get it. a lot of this stuff, hey, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. So, alright, so that track switch actually works. So remember, this part of the incline that we're doing, okay, trusty old BBs. Put my BBs down on here. That way we got some weight. We're good, we're going to do that. We're going to come to the next one. A lot of this stuff is, it might not be. What you would do might not make any sense. But let me know. Because I might be overlooking something. I definitely might be forgetting something. That could actually happen. We're going to put that there. We're going to move that up. I want to make sure these two at the joint is together, and we'll keep running that way. All right. We'll put this one here. Oh! Glue. Right, okay, so this is just regular glue I got at Lowe's. Titebond 3. Not sure why I got Titebond 3 and not Titebond whatever. I don't remember if there was a reason for that or it was just, that's how it was. Now I am leaving these risers far enough away. Now, for some reason, there's a slight discrepancy in this riser. The one is a little bit taller. No, I don't understand that. Hopefully, we don't have that issue too much here. But we can correct that because I'm going to show you what I use as roadbed, because that's probably going to trigger a few people. And of course, that's not going to be in this video. Here we go. We've got that down. This is where we're going to have the heavy weight. Keep things from moving. Here's some 30s. Where's my joint? We're going to put the 2/8 here on the joint. Make sure that stays down. We're going to put this here. Because this is where, obviously, this turn is going to start. And I need to stay towards the inside as much as I can. So let's get some more glue. I'm actually going to have to add glue to this bottle. And hopefully I'm going on the right path here. Alright, I'm eyeballing a lot of this stuff, so I am no professional by any means at all. If you came here to see something professional being done to a train layout, you have came to the wrong place, because you are not getting that here. So this I'm going to use. I don't use this glue anymore. The glue is super old. Same company, but it's just super old. I think it's separated because it sat in here for a long time when I was not in here. Because for a long time, I stopped. So, and when I say that I walked out of this room, I literally walked out of the room. I did kill all the power off when I stopped coming in here. But that was it. I didn't move anything. I didn't do anything. I just walked out. So like the glue was still in here. The glue just, I don't know. I guess heat is not good for glue just sitting around. So ended up getting this stuff. Get the big kind, the blue, whatever. So this room is air conditioned. All right. So when I say air conditioned, it's basically a window unit. I am thinking about putting a mini split in. I have to see. I need to make sure I'm going to be spending time out here, which I know I will, because I want to get this done. Like I said in my past video, my buddy Mike, he never got to finish his layout. And I joke around and I say that pretty much my wife and my kids, they're going to have to deal with all this garbage when I'm gone. They're going to have to deal with all of it. I'm just here to make it. That's all. So, got this one. Maybe I ought to move this. Split it between the two there. I gotta get some weight on this one. So I'm hoping that I made my cut right for my curve. It's all gonna be flex track, so it's not the end of the world. Let me use. Oh, I can't use that. I'm gonna use a can of paint. We're gonna put that bad boy right there. We're gonna turn that. Make sure that's where it needs to be. I'm like super excited if I hadn't told you already. Like I've been waiting for this. So some of you are going to notice it's just this flat stuff right here. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Matewan, West Virginia. So my wife and I, we go trail riding, and Matewan has some trails on the Hatfield-McCoy trail system. So Matewan is a small town that used to get flooded really bad. So they had this big wall all the way around. And where the railroad tracks were, they had openings and everything. If I can find some pictures, I'll put them in there. But that's what I want this to look like. It's like a seawall all the way around where they can actually just seal all this off. Not quite sure what I want to do to this outside. I know I want to do some kind of seam, but I don't know what I want to do to the bottom. So that's where my thoughts are. Yeah, that's where my thoughts are. All right, let's get back to work. Enough rambling. Nobody's here to listen to me talk. So, let's figure out where this ends, because I don't want to go too far after that. Do it right there. Come over to here. If you stayed this long for this video, I thank you. Doing this, or, making a video, was my wife's idea, actually. She thought maybe it would be neat if I just did my trains and put them on YouTube. I think it's a pretty cool idea, though. I do like the idea. So, we'll see what people think. Can't see. There we go. We got that in the curved position. I don't know if you can see that very... Oh, man, you can. Okay. All right. So this is good. This is going to have to stay here. I usually leave this glue. Wait 1 second. I think this needs to be pulled outwards this way. I need to put something on there. That's got some weight. Oh, I used the other glue bottle. There we go. Yeah, I'm just like super excited to get this part going. I like using plaster cloth. I think it's pretty cool just to kind of make some stuff. I hope this makes sense. So what I have to do now is figure out how to complete the curve, or, well, I do want to complete the curve because over here, instead of going straight down, I actually want to bridge across this. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that with the whole, I don't know. It didn't end where I thought it was going to end, so we'll get that figured out. But, okay, that's it. That's it for the video. So what we're going to do in next week's video is we're going to take this stuff off. And I'm going to show you what I use for road bed. I'm going to get the road bed down before I plaster cloth it. So, because I'm going to plaster cloth this side of it, except for here. But anyway, we're going to get that road bed down and plaster cloth it, and I'll show you what I use. So, until then, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. Don't. I'll be here next week. Alright. Talk to you guys later. See ya.
Alright, so right now, basically, we're just getting this place cleaned up. Got to move a lot of these boxes, got to move a lot of stuff off the shelf that we have sitting over where the ore boat's going to go, because we're going to be putting up a shelf. So, throwing this in there just to show you what we do. And, yep. Now we can have more room and get back to the video.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of My Kids Problem. This is going to be their thing to deal with when I am gone. But until then, I'm going to make a mess. Now, last time we did all this foam. We put it down. We glued it. I also had to clean some stuff up because as this goes around, we have another two 2-foot sections. So, and those sections are going to be the next set of risers. So we're now at 4 inches right there. We have to go up another 4 inches to give us our 8 inches, which is going to end somewhere right around there. And then we got to go around that back side to get our 12 inches. Now, I'm contemplating on whether to go up another 4 after that. I have 2 sets of foam inclines. And that is the 2%. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the first, I got to cut some blocks for there to put the curved plywood so I can put a starter and then the second piece on. And then for the straightaway, I bought some 3-inch brackets. Now what I want to do is use these 3-inch brackets. I fasten them on the wall. I was going to put first strip and then put the foam incline. But then I started thinking, if I just put these on the wall and I put them at various heights along the wall, according to what the foam would do, I could just use the first strip and use it up and save the other foam incline if I wanted to use it for something else. So, tell me what you think. Either way, the shelves along this wall, you can see I took everything off of them. All that stuff is up here. Some is down here for right now because I have to get ready to have the train start to climb this wall, and I need this stuff off of it because we're going to have this shelf layout. I'm thinking at the 1 foot mark, if we don't go another 4 to 16 inches. So I'm thinking 16 inches high from the top of this table is going to be too much. I'm 6'2". It's not going to be too much for me. It's pretty much going to be right there. But, yeah. So, let's take this stuff off and get these shelves off. All right, so here we are. We have all the weights taken off of the inclines. I also took all the shelving down that was right back in through here. So we have all this here. This is 16 foot. The only piece that's not glued down is the very first piece, just because I didn't think that was important. So my next project is taking that down right there, because we're going to have to use this whole back wall as an incline. We're going to use, there's going to be 4 feet here that I'm going to have to use of the 16-foot incline. So once we use that 4 feet, we're going to have 12 feet. So it's going to be a 12-foot run all the way down this wall till we transition to the other 4 inches. So time to get that back wall, take it out of that little pegboard stuff, take it out of there, and get moving. All right, so not sure where about in this video we are, but here you can see, move this out of the way. Here's our foam that we've already taken our weights off of. Now, our next step is to create this to go all the way across to the wall, because then we're going to shoot another small piece along that wall, because we got to start our other incline up. To achieve the next 4 inches, and then we got to do it again to get the next 4. Yeah. So right now what I did was I took this train. So this is the tallest train that I have, which is a double stack container. It does clear. It's got about, I'm being generous when I say 1/2 inch. So, but it seems to be perfect. I cut these 2x4s here to make sure they would raise. Now in the back, what I had to do was put a 1 foot tall 2x4. So I stuck a 1 foot tall 2x4, a lot longer than this, back here, because it's got to go from the bottom of the table to the top and be the same height here. So what we're going to do right now is get this, I guess, in place, and we're going to glue these 2 pieces. This was kind of stuck. I'll end up screwing it to the wall later, I guess. But anyway, we got to get these things glued down. So put some glue on top, because we're actually going to glue. Oh, crud. I messed up here. We don't want glue on half of it, because I don't have the other piece yet that I'm going to connect there. So we got to make sure that stays there. All right. So we're going to put this up here. Get that up against the wall. Now, instead of putting the weights on right now, what I'm going to do is do my first starter on this piece. Because I feel like if I do this, I can put my weights right on top and do two things at one time. So, yeah. Let's try that. I'm going to go right to there. Again, these are 2%. Oh, goes a little farther. Okay, there we go. 2% is what we need to get to where we're going. So we'll start putting these on up here. This one we're going to put way over here to make sure that this piece definitely gets glued down. And then up here, I'm not 100% sure what to do here. Because if I put this board there, obviously this board's going to get glued down to it. But I need some weight on it, and I'm not quite sure how to pull that off unless I use like maybe plastic bag or something. Piece of a bag or a piece of paper maybe. So we'll get that figured out. We'll get it so it actually gets dried, and we'll cut some more pieces. All right, so now that we have this curved section, it's still glue stuck down. So I cut the other piece that makes up the difference for this piece of foam incline to come out. So just got to figure out right where that goes. And then I have to bang this down into the table. Yeah, I guess. Down. Right there. I think that's good. Make sure. Yes. So we're going to put it right there. I'm going to go ahead and glue this here. Just like that. And then we can take this. This probably is not dried yet. That's all right. But we're going to glue this piece of foam down here. Alright, so I do have a little issue here. Everything's wanting to tilt. So let's get this on first, and then we'll finish what we're doing here. Alright, So we're going to match this up right there. And the rest of this should just fit. Shouldn't really have to do anything else, right? We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Might be all we need to do is just this, so maybe not. Alright. Let's try laying that down. We'll leave it right there. So this is 2.5 inches wide. The 2x4 is not. So, but I don't want to put anything up in here because of the clearance that I'm dealing with here. So as you can see, I'm really not happy with the clearance here because it looks like it wants to get a little bit tighter, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a piece back here to take a fur strip up here. We're going to use wood to do the rest of the straight incline instead of using the foam. We'll use the foam on the curves. That way I'm not like wasting a lot of foam just to do a straightaway. So, I mean, we're okay here. Like I said, this is the tallest car that I have. We'll see. Hopefully this will work. All right. We'll see what happens.